Alright, welcome back to The Nose Plays Endless Space 2. Had some technical difficulties there, and hopefully they have been resolved. This time with my internet crashing on me. That was weird. But we reset the modem, so hopefully that'll fix it. And we are back. So, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, um, I've been playing this one-off game to test my hardware and make sure that everything was working, and it's been very enjoyable, this United Empire playthrough so far. So I've decided to continue it for another 20 or so turns and a couple of hours. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and talk about my plans for the immediate future. So we're quickly moving into the mid-game here. Um, I usually refer to about the first 50 turns as the early game, the next 50 turns as the mid game, and then the last 50 or so turns um, as the late game. So we'll see how it goes, but we're probably not going to get to the late game in this particular playthrough. We're definitely going to get to the mid game, and we're definitely going to take care of business with the Horatio, who were causing me problems at the end of last video. So, we recently colonized this system. Um, I've had my eye on it for some time because it's a 4-planet system, but because it's relatively poor planets, um, I haven't really jumped on it. Gemini is a system that is full of hot worlds. Hot worlds produce lots of industry, but they don't have hardly any food at all, which makes them very difficult to grow population on and keep population on. They also have small population counts, so planets in this region are not going to have large numbers of population slots, and so the population is going to be very limited as it is. There is one thing that I'm interested in potentially doing to help alleviate that some. A couple of things, actually. The first thing is, since Horatio was so excited about this system and thought that taking it was something that they should do, I'm liable to march over there, round up all the Horatio, and send them to Gemini. Um, and the reason that one would do that is because Horatio benefit from hot worlds. And so they will be able to keep the population happier and growing faster than I will if I use my own United Empire population. So that's one thought that I had. And then there's a couple of unique buildings that might help us keep the population in this system. So what we're going to do is we're going to take advantage of the fact that they put this outpost near us, and we're going to start a little war with them. I am going to go ahead and run this booster just to cut the number of turns down here. We already have the makings or the beginnings of a military fleet. And if I'm not mistaken, we are working currently on ships, right? No, we are doing... This is going to give us the arid world that we need. Yeah, so I threw this in the queue, but we are working on ships. So in 6 turns, we'll have access to our big beefy boy ships, and we can move on from there. Okay, so what did I need to do at the end of this turn? We've already moved all of our ships. We do have one probe here. Is there anywhere that I would benefit from throwing this probe? Not really. We also have a little bit of movement, so I could go ahead and head over here to Gistrad. We get pretty far. Yeah, let's go ahead and move this fleet over to Gistrad for now. Oh. Alright, so we just passed a Horatio ship. This is just a revealer. This is not a colony ship, so that's fine. And dust problems are going to be helped by this building getting constructed next turn, but I'm not too concerned about dust. We have a lot of income of strategics and luxury resources, both of which we can sell for a reasonable profit. So let's go ahead and end the turn, and let's get to the military aspect of this game. We're really close. Another hero. Okay. I'm not particularly keen on hiring a pacifist, but this girl would make a reasonable governor, because she's going to have the orator skill. So this is going to boost influence, which is something that's always useful. She also has food, and yeah, so she'll be fine as a governor somewhere. Where do we want to put her for now? We want somewhere with a high population that doesn't have a governor. So this colony, Canis, has a pretty high population with no governor. So we'll go ahead and throw her down over here. And I can put 1 point into that for now, and then we'll start leveling her up. Alright, hero recruited. The Endless Research Park was constructed by the Lumeris. Hold on a second, I'm going to see if I can fix something here. Alright, well, I'm not sure if chat is working today. If anybody is in the chat and can type something, that would be helpful. We have this ship, which is now completely out of places to travel. We have uncovered all of the constellation, and we currently have a ship traveling to this node, so it's basically recognizing this node as not needing to be traveled to. However, we could definitely send another ship over there. It's being attacked. Yeah, just retreat for now. Okay, so now that he's retreating, yeah, we can send him down this lane, actually. There is another lane here. Alright, solo quest, vital statistics. We can collect some titanium, some dust, or some influence. In less than 20 turns, generate 361. Is that going to be even remotely possible? It might be. Do I have any way of producing more? Yes. There is a couple of buildings that I could construct that would get me the industry I need to make that happen. So I think we're going to choose that one. Actually, no. We're going to be creating ships with offensive power here pretty soon. We need 2 ships with 248 offensive power. Let's take a look at our current rogues. They have 155. I can definitely create a ship with the 200 though. So, yeah, maybe we'll do that one instead. I want to focus on military anyways. The reward is okay. It's probably worth more gold than the gold, to be perfectly honest. Alright. Constructions are completed. What are we working on over here now? A couple of different things. I got some more rogues being built over here. In fact, yeah. We're going to go ahead and deploy him into a blockade. We'll take care of this pirate ship. Alright, anything else? Yes, we want to blockade this system. This will prevent Horatio fleets from moving around over here, and I could potentially blockade Chang. We'll see. He's already got 10 and 7 population, so you can see he's been investing in food a little bit more than we have. He also hasn't had to send shipments of food to some of his colonies because he doesn't have as many as we have. So that's another reason why we're a little slower on the growth. All that's about to change, my friends. All that's about to change. I believe I needed to do this like ASAP, right? Yeah. Because this system is just full up. I'm gonna buy this out. And then we're going to declare war on Horatio.
You have offended the most perfect. As her.
We'll see. These guys.
Why are you knocking around?
We can tell them to halt their attacks.
You're making the Sophonoty nervous. What are you up to?
Alright. So they're not going to attack us for a little while, which is good. If we're at war with Horatio, I don't want to accidentally get involved with them. Nis. What can Nis be building? Nis can start building... None of these buildings are actually very useful. Epigenetics is okay, because we do have quite a few population here, but I think maybe we're going to go ahead and build a military behemoth here. Alright, we don't need to watch this fight. It should be pretty decisive. And then we need to figure out what we're going to do with these. I think these two patrol ships can just head over here and maybe take out the next group of pirates that comes around. There's another one running around here. Also, Lumeris and the Horatio ship will be over here eventually, and we'll want to take them out. I might not take out the Lumeris. We're going to get this pretty quickly. really need to mine more of this right now? Probably not. But I do need money. And I do need growth. So the mining will be good. Eventually, it's just not critical. We're not in any critical need of strategics at the moment. Alright, this ship made it over here. Yeah, just keep scout. Keep going. I don't think there's any laws that we could be running right now that would be more helpful than where we're at. Although I could take a look at that. Alright, here comes the Horatio ship, so we'll blockade this system, prevent him, and then shoot him down. Oh, this is actually... Okay. So this is actually good for us as long as we actually finish before him. What this means is when we get this system, we won't have a colony just on this planet, but also on this one. I can also boost food shipments, but I'm not so sure that that's going to be extremely helpful. But I think I should. Shaddai is pretty close. Yeah, they just sent another colony ship right back. So maybe I should have been shooting... send some probes down these lanes. We'll get some sight on any ships that are moving around.
The families will do what is best for the families.
Okay, they're being sneaky. New outpost on our system. We found their homeworld. Alright. Interesting. And then there's more lanes to fall down. This is a huge constellation. Holy moly. Yeah, let's end our turn here. We'll have a lot of things to do at the beginning. I really don't like these pop-ups. Go away. Let's start with this. That ship's gone. Move this fleet to here for a turn. Alright. We have 2 military class ships inbound. Their military ships are using energy weapons with bullet defenses. They have beam weaponry. So that's actually not that dangerous to us, as long as we can close to short range. It's going to be more dangerous if they pick a long-range tactic, but I believe even a long-range tactic's not going to save them. This does give us an opportunity to retrofit these ships to be more capable of fending off their current line of ships. One thing that would be exceptionally effective is because they're only using beam weapons, these basic decay torpedoes would be particularly useful if they end up choosing a long-range tactic. We could also just go with more powerful versions of whatever they're running. And then finally, we could throw down some basic shielding, which is probably better than the reactive plating. At least against beam weapons. But I think I'm going to just leave it as is for now. Alright, so this diplomatic relation has changed. I really don't care that much. But I do want to... Yeah. I want to make sure that we are keeping up with growth on these. So this has got one more turn, and then I'll pop that again. So that they are at least moving in the right direction. And then over here... We got 3 turns, 5 turns. Yeah, so in a couple of more turns we'll need to do the same thing over there. Alright, we've been attacked by the Lumeris of all things. This ship does have a gun. So, yeah, let's just fight this thing. It doesn't have any health. No need to retreat from that. Where was that at? Oh, he made it all the way over here. We will have to retreat from this fight. Or will we? These things have, like, no health. I don't have any defenses or very much health either, though. It took me a long time to get over here. I don't want to lose my ship right away, so we're just going to retreat. And hopefully be able to continue to scout for a while. I can also...
My friend, tell me what the families can do for
ask
you.
these guys to halt their attacks.
The families will do what is best for the families.
Yeah, and they will stop attacking us. So now the only thing we'll have to worry about is pirates, which will be good. So it looks like I got a couple viewers in the stream right now. If one of you guys wouldn't mind typing something in the chat. My chat window says that it's not working. So I might not be able to read it even if you do, but at least if you can, I can verify that it is working. Alright, so let's... Am I going to move these guys or not? Yeah, let's go ahead and get them moved over here. See if we can outrace the Horatio on this system. Now, one of the things I don't want to do is I don't want to blockade this to where this decolonizes. Yeah, just sitting in orbit has this down to 63 turns. So let's just do that. If I blockade it, does it change? I'll have to keep an eye on it. Alright, well, we have our first military behemoth. Let's see, we're one turn away from our medium-class ships, which I'm really excited about. But let's go ahead and build a couple more rogues over here for now. Oh wait, somebody was not building something. No, everybody's building something, so we're good. Alright, what do we got the food coming up here. This is actually pretty good for us. What do I need to do? We just need like one turn. Yeah, just one turn. So we'll finish this, and then we'll build the medium class ships here. And should I? That's what I want to do. But then we do need to take a look at our military behemoth. This thing is pretty powerful, but we can make it more powerful, and that's what I'm hoping to do. Engine-wise, let's just start by pulling everything off of here. So how many engine slots do I have? I have up to 2 engine slots. We'll definitely put one of these here. I'm thinking a kinetic enhancer on this particular ship might be worthwhile as my secondary support item. And then like one thing of torpedoes and a bunch of guns. And then a bunch of hull plating. Could be pretty effective. We could also throw some swarm missiles on there, but I'm not sure that that's necessary. Maybe instead we do something like that. So one of the things that I like to do occasionally is I will mix torpedoes with swarm missiles. If you mix basic swarm missiles with regular torpedoes, there's a better chance that the torpedoes make it through because the flak defenses will shoot down the swarm missiles. The swarm missiles aren't very powerful in comparison, but it does give you better odds of getting these weapons through on occasion. So this might be worthwhile, and then this kinetic enhancer is boosting the damage quite significantly. We can see that we're doing pretty reasonable damage at all ranges. Go ahead and do that, and then it's going to cost me 200 dust, so we need to go to the marketplace and sell off some of these things we're not using. So I can sell that off, and I can sell that off. I guess I can sell that off. And that should give me enough dust for this turn at least to go ahead and do this. And then we're going to move him to the front. I guess one thing I could do is put better engines on him temporarily until he gets here and then put the weapon module there, but I've already done it now. It probably isn't going to save much time. So we'll just get him moving along. Alright. Get you on Auto Explore and just get on with that task.
In the name of the Hisho Nation and Donazi the Sun.
Alright, so we met the Hishu. No Cravers yet. That's actually not bad for us. I'm gonna go ahead and end the turn. Oh, resource crisis. I need to sell some more things. That's not a problem. Let's see. Let's go with strategics. We could sell like 25 of those. There you go. Boom. This is why I'm not worried. We have such a stockpile. So we have a couple of one turn there. This one I needed to hit again. This one's good for now. And then I think I'm one turn on a couple of these, yeah. So next turn I need to remember to tag those guys again with some more influence. We need to keep our eye on this. We're one turn from collecting this. Okay, so we're good. We're in really good shape. Over here we have lots of ships. We want to get rid of the Horatio ships. And we should be able to win this fight, but let's just double check. What does Plasma Distortion do? Plus 25% shield penetration on weapon modules. That doesn't really help us. 25% hull plating absorption on ships actually does help us. So we'll go with the turtle tactic for this. But we have more guns, we have more ships, and we're fighting at our optimal range. So this is one that we actually will watch just to see how it goes. I could go to the advanced screen. There's really not much because we're such a small fleet. You don't get to use the other lanes. But we'll go ahead and watch this one. Or we won't, because they'll retreat wisely. And it looks like they have a second fleet of these guys, which have missile weapons. Yeah, that's not going to work for you, but missile weapons are going to be... So this is one of the things that's you got to learn for yourself by playing this game. The attack power is not a good indicator of how powerful a fight or how a fight's going to end up. These new weapon 6s have 299 damage. That's significantly more damage than the 171 that we just fought. But in a real fight with my fleet, they would do almost no damage. And that's because my ships are outfitted with these flak cannons that will shoot down all their missiles. They won't get any missile damage through it all. It's 100% negated. So the defenses that I have will negate this entirely. It's pretty ridiculous. And there's no way of knowing that just from looking at the numbers. The only way I know that it's missiles is because I can see from the range accuracy that it's indicating. Long range, medium range, short range. That profile is explicitly missile weapons. There aren't any other weapons in the game that have that profile. So they will be using the torpedoes, and they will get utterly decimated if they try and stand and fight us. Alright. Let's see.
The Vodiani and our church acknowledge you.
Ah. The Vodiani, huh? I don't see them. We must have just zipped right past them or something. They're probably in a star lane. That's fine. Alright, anything else I need to do this turn? Yes, we need to pick new research. Do we want to research the offensive class medium ship? I don't know yet. I think I better take a look at my medium class ship before I do too much else. I really want neuro robotics, and I'm also interested in getting trade routes. But neuro robotics, plus 20 per planet. Most of the systems that we own have all the planets colonized at this point, so this is actually pretty good. We are going to need to learn how to colonize lava planets too. But since we have our medium class ships, we should take a look at them. How many weapon slots do I have? I got 3 weapon slots. 1, 2, 3. 3 support slots. 2 defensive slots. So, if if I was gonna go with any particular fleet design, I'd probably go with something like that gives me a movement of 6. Go with like 2 sets of flat cannons. Maybe just 3 sets of flat cannons. This is a very robust ship. It's going to be able to make it through a lot of things. We could enhance the damage of this quite significantly. Could put a repair module on it, but I don't think that's necessary. So instead we just like give it a lot more defenses. Make it a very defensive ship that can close the gap into short range and just decimate with our cannons that are getting significant bonuses to the damage. Yeah. I think that's probably the way I want to run this. So let's go ahead and apply that design. And let's go ahead and get some of these guys built. So we'll get 2 cruisers started for now. I'll let the mining thing finish since it's only 1 turn away. And yeah, I'm still 1 turn away from that. So I'm guessing that the chat's not working today, and that's unfortunate because I do enjoy chatting with you guys. I think I am going to go ahead and grab this one. Manage. So Gemini's been colonized. Get our modernization tech. We're gonna need food on here. That's probably good enough. More Kelgaroos, another ability for him. We'll just go with this. This gives us a lot more influence. We'll just keep going, leaning into the influence for now. Alright. Getting pretty pricey. We definitely need to look into some more buildings that are producing dust. We're getting our trade routes up and running. In fact, neural robotics might have to wait. Trade routes might be too critical at this point in the game to ignore. Not really. Like I said, we can continue to just sell off our strategics and luxuries. Alright, so yes, let's watch this battle if they decide to stand and fight. We'll go with Turtle, which will increase our defenses against these weapon types even further, because hull plating is effective against torpedoes. Let's see what they do. Yeah, they're going to run away as well. That's fine with me. Alright, let's go ahead and send these rogues over here to join the other fleet. Got a couple more being built over here. I'm going to send them this way. There's actually some nice curiosities over here we might want to go pick up. So maybe I design a new ship, or redesign an old ship to give me Yeah, let's look at the patrol class ship. Let's go ahead and outfit this to be a copy of the Rogue, but instead of having the manpower module, we have the probe module. And we'll build one of these to send with that. We'll build one of these to send with this little fleet. And that way they'll have a probe, and I don't have to pull a hero to do it. These guys should be over here. I don't need all of them. Something more like this. These guys get benefits for being on fertile worlds, so we want to keep the Kelguru on the fertile planet. Which is why I'm doing that. Okay, what else can I get done here? Population booster has expired. We don't have 16 potatoes right now. And I doubt I want to buy them. That needs one more turn. Alright, cool. So those ones are taken care of. Go ahead and get more influence from you. This system can build that. That's going to be a pretty lucrative building. And then this is also going to be pretty good. And then this one doesn't need to be built right now because we're already maxed out. So we'll just go with those two for now. Merge these guys together. Alright, so they've created a new class of ship. This is an explorer class ship, not a military class ship. It will retreat. What else? What else? What else? Anything else that I need to do? Does not appear that there is anything else this turn that I need to do, so actually these
My
guys.
friend, tell me what the families can do for you.
We can ask them to remove their fleets. I'm actually not worried about that at the moment. Alright, a million things I haven't done. 20% food is converted to dust, or 15% star system trade value on Empire increases industrialist political ideology. So we can slow down our growth to get some more dust for 10 turns. I don't understand why you would choose this over this. Unless you're just rolling in food. This is like free bonuses. This is bonuses that cost. And a percent for... Well, it is a 1-to-1. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this one. In this system, we don't have a lot of good things that we can do over here. None of these buildings are particularly exciting to me. So, build me a cruiser. Alright, we are at war with Horatio at the moment, so we can... As soon as this behemoth gets over here, I'm going to move this fleet over and try and do some invasion or sieging of Cheng. I think Cheng's going to be pretty easy to take out. The behemoth will basically hold this node and keep traffic from reaching our space easily as we build our bigger fleet here. Also, I do have these probes I should be launching periodically, just to see what Horatio's got going on. It looks like he does have another colony over here that he's trying to get off the ground. Also, I'll send this probe over here, and we should be able to see if he has any large fleets building up on this system. We can see that he's bringing these weapon 5s with the beam weapons back. We should be able to take them out once they arrive. Alright. Objective achieved. 2 ships with at least 248 offensive power have been constructed. We will attack the weapon 5s. They will retreat again. And keep in mind, we're doing this with the rogue class ships, which aren't even military class ships. They're just the United Empire's scientist class scout ships. Alright, first cruiser completed. Let's get you over here as quickly as possible. Is there anything else that I need to worry about? This is going to be done in a turn. That's kind of amazing. That happened way faster than I thought it would. Well, is this worth doing? Oh, you know what would definitely be worth doing is that. Let's get a patrol ship over here. We can grab all these curiosities on Hydrus. And then let's move this up in the queue and get that done next so that we can actually collect the Jadonics. New population collection bonus detected. Alright, so we just hit 20 pop. 15% more industrialist political ideology. Ah, here we go. This is what I was looking for. Sending that probe down. He's got stacks. So what do we got here? Oh, he's moving them. The Revealer 9. A Beautifier, and Weapon 6 has the missiles. The Tool 6 looks like it has missiles as well. And then the Weapon 5 still has the beam weapons. So he doesn't have a lot of powerful ships. No medium class ships over there. This stack, on the other hand, Scrapers, revealer, a tool 7 with beam weapons. Yeah, he's got a really poorly managed fleet. We now have access to the academy, which is nice. Expedition successful. I don't remember launching an expedition of any type, but whatever. Alright, let's get all these basic buildings down to start with, and then I'll work from there. I'm not going to spend any money on this system right this second. This guy can grab these. So one thing that I will caution you, whenever you have these curiosities that pop up on your other systems, it's almost never a good idea to research them in your production queue. And the reason for that is the number of turns that it costs to research these is roughly the equivalent of a very, very cheap patrol ship. So you just make a cheap patrol ship, you could take all the engines off of it, just give it probes, and build that. And the advantage is that the probe ship you can use over and over and over again, or you could use for something else. So you get to keep your investment in that time in your production queue, but you get the same reward. So whenever you have an opportunity later in the game to research these, it's generally a bad idea. Just make a really crappy patrol ship, build it, scout your probes, sell it back for the dust, move it around as a scout, do whatever you want to do with it, but don't waste your time throwing these things in the queue. It's just not worth it. Alright, new event. Militarist political ideologies increasing. Got all kinds of things here I gotta clear out. Okay.
Do you enjoy proposals made with a blade at your throat?
The Hishu are trying to grab money from us. We're gonna say no.
Feel free to anger us.
That's been done. Hydrus, we already looked at that. Okay, so Trader's Reach finally got some things finished. That's good. What's next for Trader's Reach? Probably anything that's going to increase production of things. Unfortunately, yeah, we can move. I should have done this a long time ago. Move that population over there. This planet has much better outputs. Unfortunately, most of these other buildings aren't going to produce very much for this particular system. But big data shipyards could be handy if we decide to build more ships here. I'm just going to wait though. We'll just do one thing at a time in this system. It's an okay system that can help you in a pinch. Alright, what do we got going on over here? Nothing being built. We do have luxury resources here. So buildings that benefit from luxury resources are good. It looks like we've already got all of those constructed, so now predictive logistics here looks pretty good too. Alright, and technology-wise, we really need to consider a couple of things. We have a few systems with gas worlds and a few systems with lava worlds, I think. So these two technologies for lava and gas colonization would be helpful. The trade would be helpful because then we don't have to worry about selling all of our crap, but it does take a while to get all this up and running. Military tech would be useful. How do we go about taking advantage of military tech? Well, this technology is critical because of the extra 3 command points. Weaponized behemoth. Prevents enemy retreat in space battle. Only one tractor beam module per fleet. 14,000 health on unspecialized behemoths. Unlocks a large weapon slot and additional small slots on military behemoths. That could be useful, since we have one. In fact, I think we will grab that one. So let's spend a little bit of time in the military tree for now. Show location. Okay, we are out of territory to scout. Or we're caught up in a blockade. Let's try to get out of this blockade. This fleet can attack, which we should. Oh, he's actually going to fight us? Alright, well, this is going to end very quickly. Go to the camera overview. Watch my fleet come in and just blow this guy out of the water. Boom, 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 boom. Decisive victory. Yeah, I imagine 5-6v1, 5v1. That's how that would go, even if you were outfitted properly. Okay, is he here yet? No, he'll be here next turn. So we can actually start planning this trip. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's head over here. Alright, she's got her damage boost now, so they're going to be even more effective. Alright, that's good. We've got another one being constructed here. We've got another one being constructed there. All kinds of good stuff going on. At this point, I think we are at 8 of 8, so we haven't even hit the cap yet. But we have quite a cluster of systems here. I still haven't dealt with these pirates yet. I'm not sure when I'm going to do that. They're not really that big of a problem for us at the moment. And we can start grabbing some of these. Adamantium. Okay. That definitely has more value. So there's a probe heading what looks like this direction from over here. I think we'll head over to Fagus first. Alright, this ship, just wait until you get some more probes, please. And let's get these ships moved immediately. Blockade that. Fight that thing. Get it out of here. Alright, so he retreated. Grab the curiosity. Alright, we can attack their fleet. I believe our fleet will still come out on top. Their ships are really poorly outfitted. they do have the option of putting ships into different categories, or different flotillas, I guess. And I don't, but that's okay. I think we're still going to win. Well, let's go ahead and see. Let's see if I'm right. They did split up their fleet into 2 flotillas. So this will be an interesting test of my knowledge of the combat system. We'll go overview for now. See how we open up here. So they're going to open up at long range, which is good for their torpedoes, but we should have enough flak defenses to shoot all those down. Looks like maybe one of them got through. We took a little bit of damage, but I think we're actually taking that damage not from the torpedoes. We just have to survive long enough to get to medium range here. Alright, now we're in medium range, so our damage should pick up substantially at this point. And their torpedoes are going to be much less accurate at this range, so they become significantly less of a threat than they were the last round. We are still taking a lot of damage from this other fleet, though. Alright, now we're at close range, and we didn't survive long enough to really take advantage, so this was a grave defeat for me. The numbers were just a little bit too strong. And taking a look at their weaponry, these guys, I didn't notice early on, actually have bullet weapons. And then these beam weapons really do a number on you at long range. Not a lot. Like, we did take some attrition at long range, but the thing is, it was enough attrition. The missiles really didn't do much of anything. And if we go to the advanced menu here, we can actually see the breakdown of what did the most damage to us. So we can see the majority of the damage was caused by lasers and beams. There was a little bit of damage from the missiles, and then a very small amount of damage from their kinetics. But yeah, it was mostly these beam weapons that beat us. And this is what I was saying in some of my earlier videos. Beam weapons are the counter to kinetics as long as you choose a long-range tactic, which they did. The real thing that caused them to beat us more than that, though, was that they outnumbered us. So choosing the right tactic is critical. If they had not chosen a long-range tactic, we would have been doing more even damage at the beginning of the fight instead of very pitiful damage. And we might have caused some casualties and some attrition. It's fine. We will get our revenge. They're pretty beat up, actually. This one ship by itself could have probably wiped them all out. Alright, how long are you going to be down for? 14 turns. I don't know if I can speed that process up.
It gives me pleasure.
Even in holy war,
No. You're so far away. I don't
I
care.
shall defend.
Feel free.
Alright. A two-way street. Make a choice. This is the Academy system. Extra approval, lower dust, or lower approval, extra dust. I want to go with this. Anything to get the industrialist back in power would be nice. This system is completely uncovered. We'll send him back to Canis to retrofit, if there's anything we can retrofit him with. Probably not. This guy's still waiting on a probe. Objective failed. Yes, we did. We're gonna fail this one too, I think. Alright, now we have a probe. And then I can send you over to look at that probe next. Okay.
The families will do what is best.
I shall defend.
Yeah. Show location. Alright, so we can assist these guys. Or we can just continue to let the praise build up. Development grants. Interesting. I think we'll just let those build up slowly at this point. Get your trash out of here. This lone cruiser. I think we will wait. Let's get another one built here. What is this? This is that quest of unknown pirates that runs around. We did find another one. Where's this at? Clear over here, huh? Wow. The Hishu could be a problem. They look like they have a pretty large empire. Yeah, retreat from that. That's a big fleet. Refuse the treaty. Refuse the treaty. I don't get forced into deals. I am the United Empire. Refuse.
We are ready. What is your objective?
Okay. This hero has leveled up. Let's go with the food. No, she has pretty high population. Empty construction. Build that for now. And that next. Behemoth should be able to take these down pretty quickly. do love the size of these things compared to the rest of the ships. The name is quite fitting. Alright, we'll speed up the battle just a little bit. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. That's the way that's gonna go. I would imagine our missiles did most of it. Yeah, torpedoes. 2,000 damage from torpedoes, and a little bit from the kinetics. They tickled us with lasers. Alright. This ship is now complete. This ship I could... Sell some of that off. Sell both of those off, and then I cannot quite buy this out. Not this turn. Put that in the queue next. I really don't need all of these on this planet, I don't suppose. I guess I do make more industry if I do that, though. Yeah, it doesn't really affect our approval, even with the overpopulation thing. Alright, we'll send him over here. And we are very close to just wiping out the Horatio here. Alright, he made it back. I did upgrade the design of these to include a better gun at some point. Let's see if there's anything else. So I can get a movement of 13, but also 75% extra movement, which is a lot more than what I can get from this, so I think we'll leave that as is, and then the only thing that I might update would be the weapon, huh? Which I think is already done. Yeah. So really there is no need to do much, other than just pay for the update to the gun. Alright. I guess I can just turn him on and he'll go find something else to scout. If there is anything out there. Ah, we made it over here. Let's see, what did we get? Anything else? Nope, we're just working on getting our ships. I'm gonna go ahead and send him over here. This is still idle, huh? Nis got that other cruiser completed. Build predictive logistics for me. What are we going to do with this cruiser? I don't think I really need it for the Horatio fight, but 8 turns. Yeah, I'll send him over there.
Do not be shocked.
Concerned about you at the moment. Alright, we're gonna get Behemoth specialization next. And another election. You got more to scout. Get on it.
What is your objective? Maybe if you were more transparent.
Alright, they've closed their borders with us, which is whatever. There's only 5 of them. And one of them's a beautifier. So this is definitely going to be bad for them. They will run away. And they're going to run right into the loving arms of our behemoth. Alright, well, I can go ahead and start a blockade. We're dropping 6. They have 245. I have 300. But I believe we have tanks available to us if I so choose. And my tanks should outperform their troops. Can't quite do this one yet. Yeah, this shouldn't take very long. One battle cruiser can take them out, then this one may just be able to go right over here. This war could be over in a matter of turns, my friends. Oh wow, look at that. More. A bunch more curiosities were uncovered. What is this fleet doing? Uncovering curiosities over here, I guess. $60 Eden essence. Rescue. We're not going to rescue them. Rename Hydrus. Hydrus is over here. We'll rename it Hydrus. What should we rename it? We could rename it Hydra. Sure. Got the reward. Perfect.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Interesting. Well, in that case, how quickly can I get a cruiser? Pretty quickly. If we were to sell off... Can we sell off some of this? Nope. Ah, this one. That makes us some money. That does not. Okay. I still can't afford it. But I can probably get it built pretty quickly. Let's take a look at their fleets. What do they got? These are all tier 1 ships. Alright, so what we really want to do is buy this out and build as many cruisers as we can over here. Now that we have a war on 2 fronts, this is going to get a little bit trickier. Yeah, these guys are just totally incompetent. I'll have one cruiser built here pretty quickly. Move me a couple rogues. That one can go to sleep for a turn. Just continue to bomb them. That planet's more interesting to me now. The Lost Horatio, huh? Let's send him this way. Let's send the Lost Horatio to... yeah, to Jerem. We'll send him that way. That'll be good. Alright. Let's go ahead and ignore and take more industrialist political ideology. Maybe just flat 30 science. Be good enough. Alright, Trader's Reach. Build me a couple of rogues. We could stand to get some more food on this system as well, so that we could get the population growing faster. But we'll just start with that. And this system is under siege. I could build a cruiser here, but it's going to take 5 turns. I could build several rogues here, but they're not going to be able to fight this off. This is too big of a force. Yeah. How many could I get? I could get 2 from the influence, and I could buy out another 1. So that'd be 4. 4 of these would not be enough, I'm afraid. And it would take all my resources to do that. A single cruiser would be nice if I could get it. We can get close to it. I'll see if I can get it. I probably won't be able to. Alright. There are more places for you to go. Just keep destroying Horatio ships. And you see, like, right now we're at around turn 50, and this is where the game sort of transitions to the mid-game. So the computer's going to have enough combat-ready fleets around turn 50 to start actually pressing an advantage on you if they feel they have one. They don't realize that they don't, but this is why I like to call around turn 50 the mid-game, the transition to the mid-game. We're still waiting here. Alright, what do we got? A couple of militarists and a scientist. What special stuff do you have? You got damage on fleet. None of these really look great. What about you? You have... Yeah, let's just take you. And then we'll just assign you to a system with a lot of population. Like Nis. Nis needs a good governor. Tons of probes over here. Continue this. This won't take long. They're out of population now. Arrest the spies. Don't really care about the academy. This fleet's almost over here. This fleet can handle this. No problem. Yeah, wiped out. We lost about half of our health, but they're going to be running out of resources soon. I'm not invading. What are we doing here? I just hit a blockade or something. It's basically telling me there's nowhere left to go, which is pretty accurate at the moment, it looks like. I guess just head over that way in case he doesn't make it. Alright, and we've hit turn 60, which is about where I wanted to get to today. I think we'll take over Chang. Level up a hero to level 9. Failed that. Alright, so, let's go ahead and do like 1 or 2 more turns and try to get Chang taken over completely. You get over there. Take these weapons out. And let's get this cruiser heading that way. I've got another one here that's about to be built, so we'll have 2 cruisers. I have this little fleet that we can rendezvous with. I can buy this out, or I can wait 2 turns. What is... Yeah, they're not likely to invade me, so I'm going to wait. We might sacrifice that one, but it should do a lot of damage to their fleets before it goes down. Also, my hero should be about... Yeah, I think she's ready to be reassigned. So we'll stop here and reassign you. Or no, we'll get you here and I'll assign her to that one next turn. Objective achieved. Yay, we have a lot of population here now. Alright, what are we going to do with this ship? Back over here and grab more of these, I guess. Alright, the entire constellation is uncovered. There are some things out here that I can't see. So at this point, it almost makes sense to just sell these guys off. I can always rebuild them. This one's almost dead anyways. Yeah, let's just do that. Until I get probes and I get out on these other constellations. Alright, here we go. Definitely going to put most of my support here. Alright, so we can intimidate citizens or reinforce. I don't really care for the... Provides a strong penalty to competitors. Ideal if the chosen party is not one of the favorites, which it is. Provides a strong boost to the selected political party. Ideal if the chosen party is already well supported. Or a small boost. I think we're just going to go with the small boost. Alright, perfect. So we got Dust Windfall back. That's what we needed. Right. 8 tanks, they're down to 1 tank. They literally are hanging on tooth and nail. Alright, Nis is empty construction. Trader's Reach, empty construction. Hydra is empty construction. Hydra, build me a cruiser. Or build me that first so that we can push you back up above ecstatic. And because I'm not building a cruiser here, I'm going to take that out of the queue. Because I might want to build it somewhere else. Alright, technologies. I need toxic worlds. Also, one of these technologies would be handy. 3D public printing or planet cracker. And actually, I need lava planets, and the labor union would be okay on some of my worlds. But most importantly, the worlds that aren't producing anything and don't need to be producing ships can be doing dust construction. So yeah, let's get that out of the way. Oh. And then that. I forgot about that. My military behemoth has new modules. So we now have a large module, which we should definitely consider. And then we can do fighters, bombers, and some other things if we really wanted to. These large ones, I really like putting beam weapons on. Because the multiplier is really big, and beam weapons have 100% accuracy, so they always hit. No matter what range you end up in, they're always effective. I really like that. Throwing some amount of shielding on here probably wouldn't be a terrible idea. I don't like a lot of shielding, but a little bit's okay. Even though this doesn't take advantage of the kinetic enhancer, I think it's alright to do that. In order to retrofit it, though, we are going to have to move it, which is unfortunate. Let's get our ships moved. Can merge these guys together. And they actually have a medium-class ship now. They have a hunter. We want to go turtle because we're mostly bullet weapons. In fact, I think I put all bullet weapons on these still. What is he running? He's running lasers. This might be fun to watch. He just retreats, of course. All the ones that would be fun to watch are not going to be fun to watch because they'll just retreat. Just do that for another turn. These rogues. Where do I want to send the rogues? I've got enough firepower that direction. Let's get these rogues rendezvousing over here. And then I guess build some more food buildings so that we can fill out the population on these planets. Also, approval's fine. Yeah. Alright, we don't need this guy here too much longer before we can retrofit him. This should be the last turn. And then one turn away from this. This needs to build something. This. Build me. build me a couple more rogues, I guess. And we'll just build a big fleet to go take on the fish people. Okay, I'm going to do one more turn because I want to take over Chang before we end the video. This should be the end of you. Finally. Victory has been achieved. And now we get to decide what we want to do with them. So I have a couple of options. If I'm willing to take on some approval penalties, I could pillage their system, get some rewards, and then immediately raise it the next couple of turns. But that stacks these penalties. So it would be like minus 25 approval in my empire for a while if I did that. Or I could just occupy it. Is Chang worth occupying? It does have a forest world, and it also has antimatter. I think we'll just occupy it. Cool. And now we have the dust. That still didn't help us here, though. Maybe it will next turn when the turns roll over. Show location. Okay, so somehow the Lumeris have outpraised us over here. If we want to keep these guys, we're going to have to pay a little bit. I don't think I care that much, though, so we're just going to throw down a little bit on each of these and let them continue to grow. To assign. Hero is recovering after a battle they lost. Oh, she still has 5 turns. I thought we were closer than that. Alright, well, that's fine. Whatever. These will be done in a couple of turns. Alright, my 3 cruisers can merge. This way. My behemoth can back up to Gemini and retrofit. What can we build here? Probably luxury resources, right? Lots of approval here. Probes to finish this off. Objective achieved. Merge that together and I will just disband this stupid shuttle. Alright. Do we try and launch an attack with our cruiser against this? I think it's reasonable to wait until they launch their invasion to do that. if I'm capable of pulling it off, I could try my sneaky boarding pod counter tactic, which has been pretty successful on a number of occasions. Start to merge up these fleets a little bit. Should I start heading down the lane? Or should I wait? This cruiser's only at 1 turn away. This guy's 2 turns away. This ship is 2 turns away. Let's just throw a couple of those in there for now, and I guess this is probably a good time to go ahead and end the video. So turn 62, almost 2 hours in, we started the war with the Horatio. It's going a little bit slowly, and then we got backstabbed by the Lumeris, who are trying to take over Canis, which I'm gonna have to take it back at some point. They don't have it yet, but they've got a nice little fleet here that I'm gonna have a little bit of a difficult time pushing off. So I'm building up the forces to do that. I've got 2 cruisers and a bunch of rogues. We should be able to push this group of 8 off, no problem, and take over Ukda, or whatever it was that they stole from us in the beginning. And then we can figure out what we want to do from there. So the next 20 turns are going to be exciting as we do wage war on 2 fronts, which I was not interested in doing, but am now doing. I could be grabbing up these minor civs too, but I'm just not interested in managing that many systems. And I don't want to get too many systems over my limit for an approval penalty unless I'm really capable of handling them. Cheng is not ideal. I would have rather probably just raised it, but we'll go ahead and take over all of the Horatio systems and occupy their territory. Also, it might be a good idea to try and get some positive negotiations with these guys. Are they even remotely interested? Actually, they are. So, can I pull this off real quick? No. They don't want the Transvine.
Huh.
They don't want the blue cap mold. They're not interested in Eden incense. Suggest, what are you interested in? They're interested in adamantium. I'll take it.
All right. We're not inviting you into the labs yet, but it's a step in the right direction.
Okay, so peace with these guys means we should be able to take this territory without pissing them off too bad. And yeah, I'll just kind of have to think about what I want to do for the rest of this, but it's going pretty well. I think we're in a pretty good spot, and we'll definitely be in position to win the game. One of the things that I didn't really focus on that probably would have made this a little easier is if we had gotten trade routes down a little earlier. All of our economy needs would be over. And at this point in the game, if you don't have trade routes, you're a little bit behind for sure. We've managed even without them, but I could literally be buying out ships like every turn, like just battleships and cruisers every turn. So it's something to think about. It would have caused us to slow down on some other things though, and so it's one of the reasons why I keep pushing it back. The other reason I keep pushing it back is because we had enough resources to get by through selling, but it is starting to catch up with us a little bit right now, especially as we build this fleet bigger and bigger. It's going to get more and more expensive to keep it operational. So also over here, what is this guy running to? It looks like he's just running here. We should get rid of him. He doesn't have much of an upkeep cost, but he's not doing us any good out there anymore. So, anyways, that'll be all for today. This has been The Nose Plays. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll continue this one in the future. Have a good day.